Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, where we have got some anomalous space things in front of us. Death Star dead ahead, maybe? Not entirely sure. It's got some rotational bits, though. And I'm assuming we could go inside somehow? It kind of looks like a hatch on this side. Let's see if there's something a little bit more open to us, perhaps on the other side of this thing. You'll already know whether or not this is true or not. I do want to make this episode a little bit shorter, in large part to make up for the last episode that went really long. And there's a distress call out there. Okay, there was an entrance on this side. But also because I kind of want to get along with the waypoint to the next Atlas-y thing, and then maybe see about getting back on the path to the center of the galaxy. Is this going to let us in? This is going to let us in. Whoa! Oh, this is cool. It has like a docking thing. Oh man. I wonder how big this is. Oh, that is... Whoa. That is sweet. There's two aliens standing next to each other. That is a first. Okay. So, that's real cool. And that's a Korvax. Priest entity Nada. But this guy, I've never seen you before. Specialist Polo. Are you a Gek? I've learned a few Gek words. Okay. Hold that thought. And wouldn't it be weird if like an alien walked into your spaceship and then he didn't bother talking to you, he just started like walking around investigating things? But I want to see if there's any doors out of here. No, these aren't locked or anything. I can't interact with the pad. Okay, so what about the big glowing ball of something? What is up with that? So it's just the two of you then, huh? What about whatever this is? Oh! Weapons terminal. You don't say. New multi-tool, 10 slots. 68,000. Beam intensifier, combat amplifier. Boltcaster and ricochet. That's fairly similar, I feel like, to what I've got right now. Maybe even a little bit worse. One additional slot. No, one less slot. This is mine. This is this. So it's basically worse in every way. Beam intensifier is +3. It does have a range booster on its scanner. Might help me scan birds a little bit better, but it's not worth 70,000 of my units. Not to lose an upgrade slot. Let's see what the specialist has to say. Current Gek standing client. Friends everywhere. If only you where to look. Friends in all shapes, all sizes, all places. He speaks English? Like just... I already know all the things it's saying? The shorter entity at Gek has a jocular air about them. They idly wipe grease-splattered hands on their suit as they address me. Some sort of engineer, maybe. To my surprise, they speak my language. You better believe it. Other life forms have treated me with amused indifference. But Polo treats me like equal. Like equal. They are curious about my travels, about what sentient species I have seen. If I have met life forms, they have not. They hope that I will share my experiences. Alien colonist encounters level 3 or above. Transmit species data. Polo pores over the data, muttering bitterly at beings they've already familiar with, cheering at those they are not. Finally, it applauds wildly and hands me a blueprint. Oh my god, I have gotten an Atlas Pass V1 access card. Sweet Space Jesus. Okay. That is like the greatest gift I could have gotten. Okay. What does the priest have to say? Korvax, standing traveler. He also speaks English? Rare linguistic form. Pleasure. Nada, divergent Korvax. Assistance offered. Route to galactic core. Reconnect with Atlas for guidance. Resources for journey. Yes or no? As I approach the electronic being, it springs to life. From its dark mass, scanning beams emerge that envelop me. There is an unnerving, chittering sound, and then, unbelievably, it speaks in my language. Again, with the unbelievables. It offers me a choice. It can show me how to harness black holes in order to embark upon a journey to the center of the galaxy. It can light my way to an Atlas interface so I may follow a path, or it will assist me in my own exploration. Resources to aid exploration. Find a shortcut to the center. Pursue the path of the Atlas. So I'm assuming this is black hole. This is to an Atlas interface, but I've already kind of got waypoints to an Atlas interface right now. So I'm thinking just resources to aid me in exploring on my own, because I don't know what that would be. Gives me a gift with which to explore the galaxy. Thermic layer Tau, hazard protection unit. Longer lasting shielding from extreme cold damage on frozen worlds. That's very cool. Why is that very cool? Besides it establishing more deeply embedded heat capillaries within the user's suit to retain the heat provided liquid calcium and reduce thermal energy loss. Well, it's cool because it means that it actually provides some variety to all of these different damage types on planets, right? One criticism that certainly seemed valid even to me was the difference between toxic and radioactive and hot and cold was largely what color the bar was that was decreasing. Like, it didn't otherwise actually affect anything. But now you could have a suit that like has good cold protection or has good radiation protection, so that you're maybe not worrying about it whenever you're down on Hoth, for example, and everything's real cold. I think that's really cool, and you could install. So let me like move that. Install technology, stamina enhancer. That's not really what I want. Thermic boost, micro density fabric. I don't think I know how to make that. Oh, I do know how to make that. I've just never known what it was for. Interesting. Okay, so if I made that, would I then have the things? I need a bit more carbon. Huh. Well, that might be worthwhile, like, just if you know how to make it when you land on a cold planet, you could just, decide to give up some of your inventory slots and craft out like some thermal protection. That adds like an entirely different layer of complexity to that mechanic that I'm really kind of glad to see exists. I gotta keep an eye out for more of these little anomaly things, that's all I'm saying. Other than that, I'm gonna make a lot of people maybe real mad. I don't think the 2-hour away distress signal is my thing. What I'm gonna do here is just gonna move on. I actually want to keep heading. It's mainly because this path towards the waypoint, I feel like, is going to take me off of the path to the center of the galaxy, and once I'm done with the waypoint, like, I'm gonna have to kind of backtrack my way back onto that path, and I'm gonna lose some time. I might even end up coming back along this same path. I don't really know how the topology of the galaxy works out, but if I'm 6 jumps away and I need to get back on the path, what's to say that there's a connecting way to do that further along, and I don't just have to go back exactly the way I came? I don't know that yet, and you know, there's 18 quadrillion planets out there, so maybe if we skip a few of them, it's not gonna matter too much. Space station. Interesting. Also very purple. Journey milestone. Is this my 5th system? Yeah, scout warped 5 times. Let's scan around a little bit. Detected an abandoned building already from, like, space. I detected an abandoned building. That is a very large abandoned building, then. Is that the only... Yeah, we've got a space station, we've got an abandoned building. Any other planets? Just that one? I never pay attention when I'm getting ready to warp in, because I know it says how much stuff is going to be here, but then I'm always like, how many planets are there? Whoa. Well, I tell you what then, an abandoned building sounds like as good a place to visit as any. So let's maybe right ourselves a little bit there and shorten that hour-long journey by a little bit. Can we get it down to you? I like to avoid using the pulse engines if possible, just because they actually take resources, and 3 minutes isn't all that long. I don't know yet how I feel about the asteroids, like, always spawning. It doesn't seem like they're just orbiting the planet. No matter how far out I get, they're everywhere. And I assume that has to do with them rewarding you with Thamium-9, which is then used to power your pulse engine, so that kind of no matter where you are in space, you could take just a moment, shoot up some rocks, and then get back on your journey. And you don't ever have to find yourself thinking, oh my god, I'm 45 minutes from that planet by sublight speeds, this is going to take a lifetime. I can understand how that would be really boring if it happened. And so, yeah, I understand the gameplay concession. I find it a little weird that they're just popping in all the time. And a little annoying, because if you do decide to take the slow route, you will have them pop in front of you and need to shoot them out of the way. And that's a little bit weird as well. Alright, so we know we've got abandoned building. Is it still farther? Is it... I don't understand. Which direction is it? It's not up in space, right? Like, it's pointing at the planet, I think. I hope. That's how I understand it. Like, the icon is just up here? It's not an abandoned... I mean, if the building is in space, it's very abandoned. That is for sure. No, no. If I angle up, I'm getting, like, way farther away. So the icon just ends up extremely high up. Let's get down into the atmosphere and see if maybe it follows us. Or I've made a terrible mistake and, like, it's really on the other side of the planet, and I needed to kind of keep flying very high up. This is a very pretty planet, though. Nope. It's 35 minutes. By boost, it's... Oh, God, no. Even by boost, it's a very long flight. Okay, let's... let's recant all of the things that I've been saying. Let's get back into space and hightail it over there. Alright. Back into orbit. And then... Oh, boy. Now. Okay. Yep, I have valuable cargo. Alright, so space pirates scan me. I wonder if the planet is safe from them. Right? Like, they don't appear to still be coming. Now, I'm not going to spend 22 minutes flying towards this on the planet. I'm real curious what it would be to have gotten scanned from out in space, though. Let me just try to... Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Yeah, nope, I get it. I totally get it. So the hostile ships did not go away. Not even a little. Let's see if we can't teach a space pirate a lesson or two. You are getting very burned down. Okay. One down, one to go. You may notice my shields are failing. I'm certainly noticing that my shields are failing. There you are. Alright, I think we're going to do one pass with him. He's going to heat us up quite a bit doing that. And then I do have 2 shielding sheets, which is enough to fully recharge my deflector. Awesome. And then this guy is going to pay for his... Oh, or not. We're going to miss wildly. Yeah, don't get cocky, kid. Don't get cocky. Alright. Oh, man. And down he goes. Sweet. I was getting like really excited for a second about the standing with the Corv axis increase. That's interesting. Obviously for dealing with some space pirates in their territory. But for a moment there, we were like going into the planet's atmosphere and still fighting. That was actually... I wonder if they will follow me. Like, I ditched them the first time, I feel like maybe while they were spawning. And, but that second time, like, he was clearly already in the atmosphere. Like, I was above him and entering it myself. Huh. Alright. Are we a minute out? Oh, man. No, as I start to get closer, it starts to do that. Okay. That may not have been the brightest idea. I shaved like 30, 45 seconds off it. Okay. We'll give it a little bit more time on boost here. My curiosity must be sated as far as what exactly lies in an abandoned building. Clearly is abandoned, so how much can be in an abandoned building, truly? At some point, you stop being an abandoned building if it's too full. Okay. Back down here. From our brief taste earlier, the planet is still very, very pretty. Can we nail a landing sequence? No landing sequence for us. Oh, never mind. That was pretty good for there not being a landing pad here. The landing pads auto-land you, as long as you're, like, close. It'll highlight it, and... Whoa. Looks like somebody got to this building first. I've seen this type of, like, the general shape of this structure before. Interesting that it's smoking. Can I do anything with this? There's no scan or anything for it now. Okay. Well, let's hope that no Sentinels arrive. We don't have to, like, you know, explain our presence here. Oh, and this is actually a cold planet, like right after we got our cold protection. That's actually very cool. Alright, so this building has been abandoned for quite some time, unless this is the fastest growing, whatever that stuff is. Ooh. Possibly imaginable, but I don't think that's the case. Yeah, I don't really need health restoration. Okay, well, let's check out the derelict abandoned building. It's a cool console. User identified, terminal now active, unlocking data log for analysis. Why can I suddenly speak everything? That's real weird to me. It looked like a wound on the world, crimson and ragged edged, like Something that once lived, but was then torn asunder. I should have stayed away. Had I the senses to taste the air of this planet, I imagine it would have reeked with some kind of alien fetor. But nothing could stall my curiosity. Was it dead? Where I touched it, the surface was moist and yielding. It seemed to become motile, then crawling on a mat of slow cilia, moved from me. I should have left it alone. Oh, God. Analyze the data log. I discovered something coded deep inside the long-dead traveler's data log. Something has been left that will aid me on my long journey. Another thermic layer. Alright. Is that... It's not the same, though. Like Sigma and Tau. That would be my guess, right? Like, one is thermic layer Tau, thermic layer Sigma. 50 and 100. I have to imagine the Tau one is better. I'm not a big Greek alphabet guy, but iron and carbon, zinc, and microdensity fabric. So it just seems to be getting more complex. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to be slightly less mind blown over finding the second one, but I do still really think that's of interest, that you can eventually get to the point of, you know, oh, it's a cold planet, that's no big deal, we can stay here forever, versus, you know, maybe something you don't have protection for. Also, I have an Atlas Pass V1. What up? Okay. No. I have a blueprint for an Atlas Pass V1? That may be more right. Yes. I can make them. The moment of truth. Ah. The moment of truth ruined. Let's transfer this over. All that for suspension fluid? Gotta be kidding me. But, you know what? I actually just realized, but the space station has an Atlas Pass V1 door on it every time. Well, let's go check that out. Let's go check that out right now. I realized we basically touched down on the planet, went into a room, and then left. But I hope you'll forgive me. I just remembered that I had an Atlas Pass. What I don't remember is which direction is the space station. I kind of flew like around the planet quite a bit, so it may actually be a bit of distance away, as I need to curve back around. Nope, I can make a straight shot for it. That is reassuring, to say the least. Let's see if maybe we could avoid some space pirates this time. Planetary interference. That was annoying. You're sapping all my pulse driviness. Of course, it does need literally the most abundant material in the game. Okay. Ships. Gravity pulling me. There we go. And I'm gonna have to drop out of this soon. Thank you. Oh, and again with the... Okay. I mean, it does kind of feel like gravity, but I assume it is the game trying to be like real helpful and kind of guide me towards the thing I want. But it can get very difficult to fly near the atmosphere of a planet. Right, 2 minutes away. I may end up actually... Oh man, that's way more than 2 minutes. I may actually end up wanting some of this stuff that I was just criticizing for being everywhere, due to my recent pulse driving everywhere I go. Alright, we're just gonna blast a couple of rocks and then try not to get dragged off course again by the planet. I think we're good this time. As long as we can stay good for 3 more seconds, we'll be fine anyway. Ooh, perfectly aligned. Very nice. Okay. And like a little... No, can't boost anymore. Okay. As long as we're here. Oh, we actually... I see. It doesn't work like the launch thruster. It's not like to engage it. I gotcha. I'd kind of been assuming it was just taking like a big chunk to start it, but no. Those really short boosts did very, very little to actually sap any of my resources. I'm trying to think what I want to do first. I think I want to check out the room I'm never able to go into first. Oh, yeah. So I need to craft another one. They work just like the bypass chips. They're like one use, but I have a blueprint now. Oh, what's behind door number 2? Besides the cool view of the outside. Oh, get a suit upgrade. That's pretty shiny. Very nice. And did I also see maybe some multi-tool tech? Yeah. Grenade propulsion. Grenades travel at higher velocity. And then 2 more doors? Not like Mordor. I mean, we're not depositing a ring or anything. Atlas Pass V3 required. Come on, game. Now you're just screwing with me. Oh. Atlas Pass V3 required. Wonderful. Just wonderful. You know what I think of that? That's what I think of that. Alright. Well, I would probably say that the inventory upgrade and the multi-tool tech is very cool, though, and worth the price of a multi-pass construction at the very least. And you know what? I kind of tried to show this off last time, and it just like it didn't work. Let me do this. So I'm gonna go trader guy here. We're gonna sell items to the life form. And then what I'm looking for is anything that he buys at just outrageous prices. Unfortunately, we don't have dynamic resonators or shielding sheets. We do have Gek charms, though. So he buys them for over 100% more than the station does. So if we sell 2 of these for 45,000, like, this is a very profitable exchange for us. And also, we could actually just buy his ship. 21 slots. What are we at? 16 slots. Oh my god, that is beautiful. I was about to say, let's start looking for ships that look cool. This qualifies as ships that look cool to me. Like, this definitely qualifies as ships that look cool to me. Oh, please. Please be in our price range. Interface, entity, Regi. Fascinating. You know what to say. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing. So they're gonna have, like, different things that they want every time. So for him, just power reservoirs, which we don't carry. So we'll maybe skip that for right now. But what we do want to know... Never mind. It's 5.4 million. Okay. It's a very cool ship, man. Kudos. I bet the price tag is worth it. I'm loving that. Oh, that's so neat. Okay. It's also, like, whoa, real big. I don't actually, it's not, like, I assume the price is mostly based on the modules, and I'm not even that concerned about the modules. I mean, it being better than my current ship plays a part, but at the same time, it also just looks really neat. So the same thing here. And it might be that the same type of alien, because both of those wanted power reservoirs. It might be that the same type of alien. 29 and 3.7 million. Oh, I don't know yet if the ships are purely cosmetic or like if there are kind of classes of ship, maybe, that have naturally more modules and a higher cost. Let me check out this thing, which is interesting. A very, like, helicopter vibe. I didn't mean to reload. A very helicopter vibe to it all. How much do you cost? Something Traveler. Yes, something Traveler indeed. 25 slots and 1.8 million. Alright, maybe we're not in buying ship territory just yet. But I do want to see what you're interested in buying. So I think the most efficient way to do this, or maybe efficient is the wrong word. So he wants power reservoirs and dynamic reservoirs and chrysonite, which we've had before, and Gragra. Chrysonite, which we've had before but don't have any of right now. So maybe efficient is the wrong word, but certainly most profitable way to approach this would be, and then all the same coloration. We've got like 3 of the same model here. Close. I feel like this guy's darker though. Maybe that's just a trick of the light. Yeah, I think that's just some weird shading. I was saying something, maybe not the most efficient use of your time, but like the most profitable use of a run to a planet, maybe, is to come back and these guys. Okay, so the same ship type appears to all want the same thing. I'm learning right along with you guys. Like, I kind of understood what I wanted to show off. That's a really cool ship that just landed, by the way. But I've not really implemented this before. It seemed to me that this made a lot of sense, like, because I've checked them out before and been like, oh man, I just had a bunch of those. I might actually want to hold on to suspension fluid, because I'm going to need to warp again soon. So this might end up just taking like way too long. Were you the cool ship? And the front of you doesn't look as neat as I thought. Yeah, it's the engine configuration that looks really cool. The front, not so much. What do you want to buy? In the past, I've looked at these guys and been like, oh man, I just had a whole bunch of that, but I just sold it like all to the space station as soon as I arrived. And like the fascination bead here, he buys it for almost twice as much as we would normally get. So like, we definitely want to do that. Now, is the extra 10,000 units that I got just now worth the 10 minutes I've spent standing around going from ship to ship? I don't know, maybe. This is also real weird. This is like something I would have made with Legos when I was a kid. Not to say Legos are for kids, just that I haven't played with Legos since I was a kid. Alright, what do you got? Yeah, but they're due... he does buy plutonium almost twice the normal price. I have plutonium, it's just on my ship. One of the disadvantages of selling to these guys is you can't do the sell from my ship inventory thing that you could do at the station. Oh, that's actually not what I wanted. Plutonium, right? Transfer back. And get out. Thank you. Oh no, Mr. Plutonium Man, come back. Alright, well, lesson learned. Maybe we should have dumped our entire ship inventory into our personal inventory first. Also, kind of like this. It's a very retro, like 1980s sci-fi movie kind of spaceship. That's the vibe I'm getting there. Go like Last Starfighter-y. Alright, well, this might be a bit of a fool's errand after all. Let me just head into the station. Maybe the station wants to buy all our things for super expensive prices. Who knows? Yes, I understand. Well, I mean, I don't actually understand, but I knew that you wanted to say something. Let me check this out real quick, at least, and see. Dynamic resonators, chrysonite, titanium. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if we couldn't go Grand Theft Auto style shootout with the Sentinels on a planet. See, like, here's kind of what I'm talking about is, I mean, it would only be 2,000 more units if it doubled. But sometimes I'll sell stuff. I'll be like, oh, hey, platinum, that's cool. I'll sell this for like 8,000. And then I immediately will just walk out and find somebody buying platinum for twice the price. And then I'll be real sad. Exosuit, but like aluminum and gold. Almost even iron. It definitely, I don't know, it seems like, to me at least, a legitimate, like, way to pass time in the game. I don't know how profitable it is. Like, if there's a legitimate buy low, sell high that you can try. The low is never... I am, however, now a space merchant. So... this was a very appropriate time for that to pop. I never really see stuff selling for super low prices. You know, if, man, I wonder if I could. I might just be able to, like, sit down and empty. I've played too much EVE Online in my life. I might just be able to, like, I started looking at this number and I'm like, man, I got 1 million units. That's a lot of seed money. I could just sit down and literally, like, buy out inventories and then attempt to double my cash and, like, see how long something like that takes. I don't know. I don't know if you would regularly encounter different alien species that wanted to buy things that other traders were selling, or if the materials that are being bought for those exorbitant prices, if they're only ever really coming from, like, planet surfaces. That is a question I cannot answer, though. One thing I did kind of forget about is our doors in here, right? Okay, that requires an Atlas Pass V3. Are both of these interior doors? So it just got me into that one. Okay. That's still not bad. I mean, I got an inventory upgrade out of it, so, like, I'm not gonna complain. I was gonna make this, like, a real short episode. Remember when I said that? Everybody remember? Okay. Just checking. Do I have warp power right now? Where do I see? Oh, hyperdrive. There we go. Yeah, I've got enough. All right, we're going to. Whoa! I'm interested to see if it's always like that. All right, we're gonna keep on our path toward waypoint. We're gonna pop one more over. Is that as far as we can go at a time? Yeah, too far to jump. Upgrade drive. That's kind of what I thought. All right, 2 planets. At least I paid attention to it that time. We are going to warp to our next planet, our next system. And once we get there, I intend to make a beeline for the space station and the Atlas Pass V1 door to see what's behind it. And if this is, like, a consistent way that I can upgrade my inventory, like at literally every jump, that's very cool. I know that you can find them on planets. I've found plenty of them on planets. But whoa. First of all, ow. First of all, battle detected. That's new. Okay. Distress beacons, space fights, oh my god, there's so many hostile things all around. I bet... Okay, let me check my inventory really quick. Do I have... No. I don't have the... I have several atlas passes. Are they not being consumed? Did they... I'm confused by that. Did I craft multiple of them and just not pay attention? Or if I would have had shielding stuff, I would stay for this. As it stands, I do want to point out, looking at the map, right? There's yellow and orange. Is that a proximity thing, or are they becoming yellow when they get out of my... Yes, okay, that's all that's going on there. So every blip is every blip enemy? That's terrifying. I don't want to fight. Looking around at just the... I don't have a cursor really, but all the little directional things, it would seem like maybe it's just one big ship versus all the tiny ones. And by big ship, wow, that thing is crazy huge. I really hope at some point we add the ability to dock on these things, or like go inside them somehow. The thing looks incredible. Okay, but unfortunately right now I don't think I can justify this. Or is this a fight between the two of them? That ship is also huge, and it's got a spinny thing. Huh. And like a... I don't... There's no way I can land in this. I'm just saying that now. But if I could land in this, this would be the place I would land? Right? Like a little shuttle bay? Nope. Nope. Definitely gonna bounce off. Okay. Just checking. Just checking. Okay. Space station is over there. So I'm not entirely understanding, like, who is aligned with who here. If this ship is even involved. It appears to be some container reinforced stuff going on where I could blow it open. Man. Part of me just really wants to, like, head to a space station. Oh, there's another... Oh, there's a bunch of big ships around here. Okay. That's crazy. Part of me wants to really just head to a space station and stack up on shielding sheets and then come duke it out with these guys for like a very long time. Oh, that's just so tempting. Unfortunately, my pulse engines are offline due to the enemy contact. We got two what? Trading post? What is a trading post and where is it detected? Transmission tower. Why am I detecting all these things from space? Very confused. Okay, well, looks like we're going to be in this system for a little bit longer than the last one, as there have been several cool things cropping up already. Also, this space station's real silly. It's got like a thing over there. I don't know. If you're building your space station, why are you putting knobs on it? I don't know. That's just weird. People are gonna look at your space station and be like, "Man, that guy's space station looks real funny." You can't do that. You have a clean, sleek design. We're in space. You got to be aerodynamic, obviously. All right. Once we get touched down again, all I wanted to do was just head over to the Atlas store. I end up saying that a lot. It was like, all I want to do is X. And then it turns out that the game has very different ideas about what it means to be linear and let you go to an objective. Instead, the game is like, no, we got like 17 real cool things over here. We'd like you to come check them out. There's a trading post on the planet. There's a transmission tower on the planet. I'm assuming those are different planets, considering they're in different directions. Also, that did not consume this. Okay. Let me just break this one down then. I'll grab the Starship one later. Okay, so the Atlas Pass is permanent? Like, we just need to keep it in our inventory, and then it opens things for us? Or we don't even really need to keep it? Nothing found. Well, this was a bountiful room. Oh, okay, it's still got the regular stuff. Multi-tool. Rail shot adapter. Boltcaster delivers instantaneous damage on targets. Plasma charge creates an ionized gas arc to propel projectiles at great speed. That sounds fan-frickin-tastic. Okay. I can get a railgun. That also kind of solves my bird problem. That's awesome. Okay. There's actually several. I still have the, like, scatter shot thing that sounds like it would turn my gun into a shotgun that I would kind of like to get. I'd like to combine shotgun with ricochet to see how that pans out. What does it take again? Wide shot adapter, that's what I'm thinking. Copper and iron. Copper and iron. Alright. These may be things that we have to do down on the planet, but there's still something to keep in mind. I'm now remembering, did I ever talk to the alien on the last space station? Were people yelling at me? It's possible, right? Sell items. Alright. We got any super cool things that we can sell? We haven't really been planet side in a while. Buy items. How are you looking on copper or iron? None of those are things you sell. Okay, then. What about... Does he not look like he's a space bartender? Is that not what's going on here? I mean, if those aren't things drinks would come out of, and then these are seats, and he's a space bartender. How am I only just noticing this? How is that cup made of energy? Whoa. They've learned how to make cups out of solid light. Okay, they've learned how to make several cups out of solid light. Traveler, Aniki Korvax convergence suit. Experiment in a convergence pesquichil. Yeah, I mean, totally. Oh, I think I've done this one before. Needles, lifeforms hand. This will hurt us. Yeah, I receive a reward with thanks. It gave us Shield Boost Sigma. Provides user suit with a more prolonged barrier against full range of violent conflagrations. Alright, I would love to get spaceship shields that were better. I would also love to get a multi-pass, an Atlas Pass V3. If we could maybe arrange that anytime soon, that would be great. Somehow, I don't think it's happening. Well, that's cool. I like the little... Like, I can just imagine them doing, like, a vibrating thing with, like, electricity arcing as it flies. And it being featured in, like, a Star Wars movie. The only word I ever understand from these guys is traveler. Do you want to buy... You want to buy zinc? See, like, here's what I'm talking about. 17,000 for my stack of zinc. Yes, please. Also, sack venom? Ew. They're very expensive, whatever it is. Huh. What about iron or copper? These aren't really exciting trade things, are they? What about the price of your ship? I could actually buy this. It's not driving me crazy, though, as far as the appearance. Accelerated fire on the photon cannon and beam impact. Oh, that's exactly what I'm talking about. A deflection enhancement sigma. Okay, so these, they do exist. It's a 21 slot ship, and I'm at 16. I might actually hang around on this space station for a moment and see if I couldn't find like a 21 slot ship that just looks super cool. Either way, I think we're going to be in this system for a little while. I've spotted several points of interest from space. Oh, no, they're down here. We've got the trading post on one planet and then a transmission tower on another. And I know what those things are, but I don't normally detect them from space. On that note, here's your short episode, everybody. We're totally wrapping it up very early and super quick. Alright, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to subscribe. There's lots more on the channel. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos, and I will catch you guys next time.